Hi everyone, I'm Tracy Mode. So today I want to take a breather and have some fun. It's been a rough week and a half with that guy. He had to have his poor little toe amputated a week and a half ago, and I've been running him back and forth to the vet just about every day for bandage changes, and that's before working my full-time job, 8-hour shift and 40 hours a week. It's been a little bit exhausting. So fortunately, I have good news today. He is cancer-free. It turned out to be it was a papilloma that was just locally destructive. So it was destroying his bone, and we had to take the whole toe off. So I'm really happy about the results, so we can move forward and not have to worry about any other complications in regards to that. So there's Benny, my little studio dog, and he's going to be okay, especially once he gets that headdress off. He doesn't like that very much at all. So anyway, I have to say that when you are a beginner painter, just learning, it's really easy to just get kind of uptight because you're trying to learn a new thing. It's also easy for me, who I've been painting for many years, and it's also really easy to get uptight. I'm working on a commission. I'm wanting to have a good outcome. I'm trying to put together lessons, and so it leaves little time for me to get in my studio and just really relax and have fun. So that's what we're going to do in this video today. We're just going to get some paper, paint colors that we love, and slap down some paint, splatter on some paint, and just let go of the preconceived ideas and any expectations of a grand finish for a painting. So let's get started in this video, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you like this video and want to see more. So let's get started. Okay, you guys, we're gonna get started. We've got a blank sheet of white paper, and even though this is a fun exercise and just splattering paint, you still got that white paper to face. And sometimes that can be a little bit, I don't know if terrifying's the right word, it's not, but it does kind of strike a little hesitation in me anyway. I look at that and I'm like, what do I do first? So what I'm going to do first is I've grabbed some colors that go well together. I've got Scarlet Lake, Cadmium Scarlet Lake by Winsor & Newton. I like it with this Hansa Yellow Light by Daniel Smith. I've got some Cobalt Violet Light by Holbein, Cobalt Teal Blue by Daniel Smith, Perline Violet, Daniel Smith as well. And I probably will be grabbing other colors as I go. So let me put that down there. And this is a Prussian blue in this one. It actually might go well with what I'm doing. So I do have somewhat of an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not starting with the drawing. I'm starting with the white of the paper, like I said. And I'm going to start by mixing up, just getting some puddles going. Start with Scarlet Lake. This is an 11 by 14 cold press arches, and so it's a smoother surface. So there we go on the Scarlet Lake. Now literally I just want this to be super loose, and I'm going to put those colors up here. You won't be able to see them up here on my easel, but you'll be able to see this better, I think. So let's get a little bit watery, more watery of a mixture of that. I probably should have put that yellow in a separate area, but I didn't. So we're just gonna go with it. And so organized here. Get a little bit more of this. And I also should have spritzed a little more water in there in those containers, so they're a little bit wetter to start with. Let's do that real quick. Not sure which ones I'm going to grab, so I'm just going to get them all wet. Okay. So I'm going to switch that water. And I am going to just start splattering some color. And now I don't really like that. I think I want to add some different red. Cadmium red deep. Let's see. How about Windsor red? So I'm going to just add that to my puddle that I already put down there. I'm just going to random. Add some yellow to that. Not to it, but around it. We're going for a floral. And I'm just thinking, okay, red and yellow next to each other. They're not going to gray each other down. So I'm going to keep going along that direction. And you know, you can splatter some water in there, get a little flow going. And I think I'd like to add some, let's see, that's Prussian blue. Yes, Prussian blue to my palette. And maybe go in between these little flowers, if we can say. They are, yes, they are flowers. Okay, so now I'm going to go dip into, I'm going to rinse my brush really quick, dip into some, let's see, that's phthalo green. Yeah, phthalo green. I'm going to just kind of drop that in here and there. Using the side of my brush. And coming up on the tip here and there. Let's see, what else would look good in here? How about some of this leaf green down in here by Dan, no, that's a Holbein color. Again, I'm just playing with putting the paint color in there and seeing how it flows. Now I want to find, I have a phthalo turquoise. I think that's it. Yes, ultramarine turquoise, and that's fun. Let's just drop a little bit of that in here in some places. See, as I come up on the tip of my brush, I can do some fun little squiggly lines. And now I'm just, ooh, I really like how that's flowing together. That's beautiful. Now I am going to get an excess of water here, so I'm going to thicken up some of my paint as I put it down so it actually doesn't melt and bleed away into not having much of an impact in some of these spots. So let's go in there. Really liking the fun spontaneity of this. And now I've got some perylene, I think is how you say it, perylene violet. And I can't remember what this plant is called, but I have one out in one of my pots. It's kind of like a grass that stays around all winter. And I just added some of that turquoise to it. Didn't mix it together, I just plopped it on my brush and plopped it next to the other one. How about some of this cobalt teal? Just going for it. Right in here. And some more of the other. And you were wondering about the dagger striper. I'm going to grab that out right now and get some more of the turquoise. Look how that's so drippy, and you can just use all parts of this brush to get different strokes in there. Really thin lines. More of the perylene. Look at my hands are getting all dirty. That's the fun part, isn't it? Some of them can be lighter. Go with that. Come over across it. It doesn't have to all be separated, because that is really not how plants grow, right? Get a little movement in it. How fun is that? And maybe get some darker. I added the Prussian blue to my Perlene violet, and that really darkens that color. Pressing down and coming up. Isn't that fun? Now look, if we get a thicker mix of this cobalt teal blue and just kind of put it in here and there, because of the opacity of it, it's going to sit on top of that a little bit. Look at that just drip. See how fun? Clean that up a little bit and get some more of this violet. A little bit of water on there. And you just splash away. Puddling up in here. I can soak some of that up so it doesn't stay all settled in that spot. Just with the thirsty brush, come along and soak up some of that water and then let it spread again. And how about some of the cobalt violet light? And I'm going to keep to this dagger striper and drop in a little bit of that. Just splattering, having fun. I'm keeping the cooler colors up in here for the splatter. This is kind of more of an impact area. So really, really fun stuff. Just really quick, splashy, fun. Not worrying about the mess you're making, not worrying how it's going to turn out. But this is, hang on just a second. Even though it's still very wet, put a little mat around it and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and go have some fun painting. I've got all kinds of things going on in here that I'm really loving, and it's just a very fun, loose, freeing way to paint rather than being so stiff in your studio. So just get it out and start painting and having fun. Take care. Till next time, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.